Welcome everybody. Let's talk about the market. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the intraday charts. This is the weekly chart right here. For the week so far, 90.5 on the range. So, not a huge week, but, decent. 5247.5 still an all-time high. I think that happened today. Today is Wednesday, right smack dab in the middle of the week. Yeah, I think that all-time high happened today, but okay, it doesn't matter. Looking at the weekly chart here, I want to talk about something that, I've talked about this before, but you got to look at it again. Look at this number right down here, guys. Guys and gals, 196.28. Absolutely blistering. Never been this high ever before on the weekly chart. Just crazy, approaching 200 on the MACD. This is nuts, right? I mean, it's just like, look at this. This is, like, you can see the scale over here, right? You got 200, you got 0, you got 100, and negative 100 down here, right? So normally it comes up to 100, kind of runs out of gas and rolls over. No, not this market. Approaching 200. Crazy stuff going on here, guys. Crazy stuff. Of course, we're going to trade the market that's in front of us and keep on trading. When we do get this pullback, could just be a small one and bounce again. But man, at some point, this is got to give it up. At some point, maybe it's way over here in 2025. Okay, because this is 2024 here. Here's 2025 way over here. This is obviously January through December, right? Running along like this. I don't know what to tell you guys, but at some point, this thing's going to roll over. And when it does, maybe it's out in 2025 that this thing finally, maybe it's like, we get a little pullback down here into June, it pops again or something, goes into, who knows, maybe it goes to 250, who knows. Okay, and then it just finally gets it up out in 2025, 26, I don't know. But this is crazy. This is like nuts. Not sustainable. Not sustainable. S&P 500 is in wacko mode. Okay, there are the cycle lows, March 31st, right there. Okay, we are on 11th, so that's 20 calendar days away. Okay, and then there's one out here, June 16th. This date right here, what is this date right here? It's probably right in the middle of May. Yeah, May 6th, that's a date too you want to pay attention to, right in the middle here. So maybe I'll put a date there. May 6th could be significant. A lot of times the markets will pull down right into the middle of these cycles. I'm just kind of looking back when we had a normal market. Whatever normal means nowadays. So anyways, May 6th could be something. But at the moment, these cycles are going to stay right there. There's the nearest support, 50.63. And we really don't have another support here. I mean, there's nothing really to latch on to. We would need to see what next week does before we need at least 2 candlesticks to see if there's going to be another support, which there might be, whatever, up here. And then we would draw another support, right? All righty. So we're waiting on that. We've got Thursday and Friday to go still for this week. And don't mind me, I just had a couple turkey hot dogs with a little bit of Goulden spicy mustard. Squeezing my lunch. Good stuff. Yeah, so I think that's all I got to say here. Just kind of looking at this one last time. Historic run, yeah. Wow. Monster mash. All right, let's take a look at the daily chart. So this is the daily chart. Yep, today was a high, 5247.5. I told the members last night today I had a small bias to be up. Now, there was about 15 minutes left in futures trading here, so not too much left to go. Intraday trading's already closed. Well, I was close. It was a little off. We're sitting right at 52.37 right now. It could still bump a little higher before the futures close. The open was at 5238.25, so we're basically looking at a doji here. All right, and I don't think it really means much, to be honest with you. Right? These little candlesticks, they don't really mean much. Right? Look at we had a little candlestick there, we had one there, we had one right here, we had one right here, we had one right here. Like, right? They don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Right? They don't mean anything. Normally, in a regular, healthy, free market, which this is not anymore, and I don't think anybody's even pretending that the stock markets are free markets anymore. They're so manipulated. Yes, they're manipulated, guys and gals. If you don't know that, Federal Reserve is constantly dipping into the market with BlackRock, and they're manipulating the markets. I don't care what anybody says, it's definitely happening. They've even come out and said it. So, free markets have come and gone. So in a healthy, normal, free market society, these candlesticks would have some kind of meaning, right? They'd mean exhaustion up here like this. You see these dojis, they'd mean something. And if you get confirmation, but not in this crazy environment. You can almost ignore them until the market actually really truly does pull down, whenever that's going to happen. Okay. And here are the nearest supports. There's some below this, but the market's up in outer space right now, so I'm not even going to bother dealing with these way down here until the market decides to get done doing whatever it's doing. Here is the March 20th cycle low, which kind of loosely matches up with that March 31st week on the weekly chart. And then there's April 14th out here. I took out the big yellow cycle. I may have to put it back in again, but it was kind of just like not really looking very good. So I pulled it out of there for now. If we see some kind of big pullback, like 3-4 days in a row, not 2 days like this nonsense, okay, and not some little choppy little down, which is just basically a bull flag. This is all bull flag stuff, right? If we get like big solid days, 3-4 days down, then we know the market's got a behavior change, right? But if it's just 2 days and then, and that's bull flag stuff, right? So, but if this happens right in this time where we get a bunch of days down, some big solid red days down, like 3 at least minimum, then I might put that cycle back in and realize that maybe it's just running a little late. Okay, otherwise I'm just going to leave it off. So that's April 14th for that one. This one way out here is May 7th. So let's go ahead and put that one in there. Duplicate. Slide it over here. Okay, and we'll just say that this is May 7th. May 7. Okay. One last look to make sure I just got it right. Yeah, May 7th. April, this should be the 15th. It kind of moved over one when the contracts change. We'll make that April 15th, tax day. All right. Tax day here in the US. Is this still the 20th or 21st? This is still the 20th. That's the 15th. That's the 7th. Okay, it looks good. So those are the dates right there for the possible cycle lows. All right. Of course, members, make sure you read your emails tonight. Yes, I have an opinion about tomorrow. Today I was pretty close. I said I had small biased up. Missed it by just that much. Okay. Today was a crazy day. Crazy. We'll look at the intraday charts here and we'll talk about how crazy today was. Today was crazy. All right, so here we are on the 5-minute chart looking at the trades of the day in the intraday chart. Last night starts right here, and today's going to close here in about in about 20 minutes, looks like 15, 20 minutes. It's going to close over here, okay? Look at this craziness. I mean, it just tracked along the 5240 line, a little above, a little below it all night long. This was about what? 5 points here, back down. This was a nice little 10 points. Back up another 10 points, down about 4 or 5 points. London market came in, bumped it to all-time highs. That didn't last long. Right around a little after 2 o'clock. Gave it all up. Yeah, it was just a chop fest. Look at this. Look at this craziness over here. Mid-morning, or early, kind of opening, right at the opening bell in the afternoon, Just chop fest. Look at this. Just either just below the 24 simple moving average. Here's the 24 simple SMA, simple moving average, right? Either chop just below it or chop just above it. It was just a crazy day. It's like not even tradable. The whole intraday was nuts. I got caught out a couple times. I should have just left well enough alone, but you can't. Every day can't be roses, right? I actually took a. Well, we'll look at the 15-minute chart. I'll tell you when I took a trade. A little trickster day. And I actually had a good trade and decided to jump out. Should have stayed in. But anyway, let's talk about some of a couple of the good spots that I noticed in here today. I was so tired, and I was going to try to get up early to trade this pre-market because I knew there was going to be some good chance for something good in the pre-market. Look at this! Wow, my goodness, this is clean. See, that's clean. This is very clean right here. See how clean this is? You don't have a lot of upper and lower wicks in these candlesticks, neither here. They're all just clean. Not like this garbage. This has got upper and lower wicks all over the place. Just chopping. Oh, I hate this kind of day. Garbage, garbage. It's like not even worth trading. It's just a chop fest. Very difficult to stay in trades when you see this. So getting back to this trade right here, though, this Giddus Plus indicator happened at 7:30. What a beautiful, beautiful indicator. Bam. Giddus Plus says it thinks there's a trade. Sure enough, there was. Really nice. Smooth candlesticks, too. Smooth as butter. We like that. That was like 30. We'll say we probably really couldn't get into about 37. And realistically, you're going to get out on these dojis up here. 41. So 5 points. Maybe 4. 4 or 5 points. That was your safest trade of the day right there. The rest was garbage. The rest was absolute total garbage. But we'll look at the 15-minute chart. There was a little something there, but it was choppy crazy. That by far was the trade of the day right there. It was pre-market. Beautiful thing. Beautiful. And I know that we get a lot of pullbacks. I say this time and time again. London market, right around 6:30, 7 o'clock, starts to pull back all the way down into 7:30. And then U.S. pre-market pretty much starts coming into play here. This is very, very similar dynamic you're going to see. I'm not going to put a number on it as far as percentage, but it happens a lot, okay? This sell-off going into 7:30. This was 1 hour or 2 hours from 6 to 8. My time here, CST time. It's very common to see sell-off in this area. Okay, look at the 15-minute chart. So that was the trade of the day on the 5-minute chart right there. Now the 15-minute chart, there was this alert right here that happened at 8:45, and I jumped in long because everything looked like, okay, maybe we're going to get something long. Oh my gosh, what a chop fest. I mean, it just chopped below the 4-hour simple moving average for when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it was horrible. I mean, that's like, what is that? 4 hours of chop. 4 hours. Right, just chopped along. I think I got out on this red candlestick because it was a little too much for me to bear. And I didn't really make any money in here. And then it finally breaks above and takes off, 4 hours later. Oh my gosh. Right? So there was money to be made if you were crazy patient. You got to wait 5 hours here to make any money. So I was my fuse was a little bit blown at that time. I was a little bit upset. I was not a happy camper about this. And then the afternoon actually wasn't bad. This alert right here was actually pretty good. It wasn't ideal, but it was good, and it was pretty obvious it was going to be down. It was happening right in there. Kind of a risky trade, but the market was still moving down here on the SMI, so there was at least a little something in there. And we got this monster candlestick. And believe it or not, somewhere in here I took a short, and I put I put a limit order to get out. I shorted to get out at 22. I'm not lying. No, or 21. And what did this thing come down to? 17. But I had canceled the order and got out of the position. Oh my gosh. I was kicking myself. Because, it's just one of those days, man. One of those days. It finally made good way out here at freaking 2:15 in the afternoon. I was so mad. Yeah, not a very good trading day. Like far as just the way this market was chopping today was insane. Insane. The pre-market was the only really solid signal that was tradable. Okay, I don't always show this, but I want to show the hourly chart. You're not gonna believe how good these cycles were throughout the last 24 hours, or approximately 24 hours. Here's the hourly chart. Look at this, guys. I put these cycles in there last night for the members, and I said, basically, there's 2200 is 10 o'clock. That there was going to be a cycle at 10 o'clock. Let's see, what time is that? Bingo, 22, right on the button. This was done before. This was done like within the first hour that the market opened up over here. I drew out these cycles. Look at this. How crazy is that for accuracy? 22, perfect, right on time. Then I said there's going to be a cycle low at 3 and 4 o'clock. All right, what's this candlestick right here? 3 o'clock. What's this one? 4 o'clock. I'm telling you, man. Right? This is a low right here, and these two are lows right here. Right? Amazing. And then I said there's going to be a 1 o'clock low, but it actually happened at 2, 1 hour later. So pretty close. Absolutely nuts how good the hourly cycles have been. For as crazy as a choppy 24 hours as this was, the cycles were spot on to the hour. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing stuff, guys. And of course, I'll draw the cycles going into tomorrow. Once the 5 o'clock hour candlestick comes up over here, I always reassess the hourly chart and I'll look at the cycles to see what's going on, okay? So members, make sure you check your email tonight, because you're going to get, you won't get this chart, you get the daily chart. You'll get my opinion about what tomorrow's going to be, but make sure you're watching the streaming charts as well, especially, all the charts, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 1 hour. Pay attention to those 1 hour cycles, because they've been pretty good. All right, even if you're not going to trade like the Get Us Plus indicator, you just want to be a little bit more of swing trading, those hourly cycles have been pretty good lately. All right, if you want to become a member and take advantage of those hourly cycles, you want to get the Get Us Plus indicator, okay, there is a link in the description just below this video. It's going to be a discord.com link. There's some instructions in there, so make sure you read the instructions before you join. Once you've done that, click on the discord.com link. It's going to bring you over here to get a server. Then you can click on server shop. It's going to bring you to this page right here. $7.99 a month, guys and gals. Amazing. Really good value. The streaming charts are down here. So once you join, just click on the streaming charts down here. You'll get all 3 streaming charts, 5 minute, 15 minute, and then 1 hour. Yeah, and all 3 of the charts have the Get Us Plus indicator on there that I use. It's my own indicator that I created. The hourly chart has the hourly cycles, which we just looked at, right? So really, really nice. And that Get Us Plus indicator, whenever it triggers, it sends an alert over to this channel right here, this S&P 500 alert channel. So these two are linked. Really, really nice. Okay. There's also alerts for these products right here. Okay, gold, crude oil, top 30 stocks, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. And there's some daily alerts here too, okay? Now, these don't have streaming charts, because I can't stream everything. But the S&P 500 is streamed, and it syncs up with this alert channel, okay? These are just alerts without the streaming charts, but some people find that useful, all right? Premium symbols. I put the premium symbols in here every day, Monday through Thursday. And I saw in here, I think I saw tobacco industry in there, metals, oil, and something else, oil and gas. All of them were on the short list today. So I smell weakness in the market, guys. I just mean like generally in the indexes, the S&P 500. I think I smelled weakness coming into the market. Yeah, we'll find out if that's true, because a lot of the industry showed up today. So anyway, there's other symbols in there. There's future symbols in there. Industry symbols are in there, as well as optionable stocks. So it's a pretty good channel. You want to go in there and check out those symbols, okay? The Get Us Only Post channel. This channel is where I put the video link for the day. So you can watch the video actually in this channel, okay? And also, I notify members when the email goes out every night. And speaking of the emails, if you want to get the nightly email and you haven't, and you're joining today, or if you're going to get whenever, you're a new member, and you want to get the nightly emails, put your email address right into this channel here, okay? And I'll pick up your email and you'll start getting the nightly emails, which is the S&P 500 daily chart with the daily cycles on there, and right now there's a bunch of support lines on there. Really nice chart. Some people just want the emails. They don't do intraday trading. They just want the email. Okay, solar activity, yeah, I track that. That has a lot to do with what happens on the earth as well as the market, believe it or not. Fixed income, sometimes I trade bonds, corporate bonds. If I do, they'll be in there. And then these two channels are just general chat. All right. For new members, when you join, ask me about the new members video. All right. And I'll give you the link to it. Okay, you got to ask me. All right. And it's a video that basically just shows you how to use the Get Us Plus indicator, how I use it, and how to use some of the other indicators. You know, at least I give my opinion about how I go about using it and how I've been profitable with it. Okay. So I think some members find that helpful. So ask me about that video and I'll make sure you get it. Let's talk about the rules. In here is the be nice to everybody else rules. Don't post any nasty pictures. Don't post any nasty language. Don't post any nasty links. None of that stuff. Okay. Just be respectful. If you're going to be a jerk, you're going to get warned. And if it gets bad enough, you're going to get kicked. You might even get banned. All right. So play by the rules. Also in there is the refund rules, as well as a disclaimer that I do not give financial advice. And everything on this server, no matter who's posting it, myself or anybody else, is strictly educational purposes. There's no financial advice implied whatsoever. You are responsible for your own trading, okay? And one last thing I want to talk about, you have imposters that jump on the server, and they're, you can't catch them all. And some of them come in, I'm Giddus. They come in, they try to be an imposter and say they're Giddus. So just be careful. Okay, I never do friend requests. So if you're getting a friend request from someone named Giddus, it ain't me. Okay, because I never do that. I never proactively direct message the members. The only time I interact with members on DMs is if they DM me first. Okay, so just be careful because Discord is a wild and crazy place, and even though this server is pay only, and all these channels are locked, right? They can't get into any of these channels unless they pay. They can still jump on the server and they can still DM people, and say, hey, I've got a plan for you, and try to sell crazy stuff or hoodwink you into some garbage. So be really careful, okay? All right, I think that pretty much covers it, guys and gals. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.